Yeah, first impression of each other versus now, right?
Oh, versus now.
Versus now, how has it changed? How have I disappointed you over the time we've known each other? I'll speak up.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go from left to right. Sable, you, I think, okay, I think my first impression of you was that you were the hardest for me to read. And I think Frio said something very similar before. You were very difficult for me to read at first. I could not get a grasp on like who you were and what your story was until we got to know each other more. And I think now I just really see you as someone who is compassionate and always wants to do the best that you can. And I think that's very, very cool of you. And I really, really respect that about you. And I think you're so epic and so poggers. And I'm very excited to see all the ideas that you have for the future. For Zeal, I think because I think very early on we were talking about like the things we could do and the things we wanted to do. My first impression of you is that you were some kind of monster, like this beast, this freak of nature that
I was a freak.
Yeah, no, not like in that way, not in that way, in the sense that like you have so many things that you're capable of and so much experience that I was almost intimidated at first, to tell you the truth. I was like, I can't stand up next to these guys. But I've learned that while you are nonetheless a beast, you're actually very like mellow and you're very easy to work with and to get along with. So I'm very, very thankful and I'm very, very excited for the future that we have here together. And then with Frio, I think this one might actually be something that others share, but I'm not too sure about it. I think the earliest impression for you is that you're stone cold, like super serious. Like very, like you were very, I don't know, you had a very, day one, you had a very clear, like, I want to do this, this, and this. And it was very, like, no nonsense to me. But getting to know you, you were actually a total clown. When you let it out, you're a clown. You're actually very, very goofy. I think if I had to say what's changed, because I still think you're very, like, serious might not be the word to use, but you're very, like, you're on track. You know, you have a very clear outline for how things should be. And I think you're very good at staying on those rails, but you're still laughing the whole way. And that's something I didn't anticipate day one. Very excited to laugh together in the future.
A clown.
Yeah, you're a total jester.
I'll take jester instead.
Yeah, I'm more dignified,
I'll take jester.
right?
Jester sounds cooler.
Oh,
That's how it's changed for me, at least.
I feel
Trying to
like
hone in about like what is different.
I feel like I'll speak up next because mine's fairly similar in a lot of senses. Like carrying on with the first impression of Frio, I also thought that he was very serious, very no nonsense, you know. I thought the biggest example I think is I thought he would be the one to kind of ground the group, you know, and he does, but he is silly enough that some, like, in ways, you know, we aren't as grounded as I expected because he'll go along with so many bits. And I love that. You really are. It's like the jester thing where I expect you to be like, nah, let's stop this. And you just keep it going. You just keep the joke going. You know? I really appreciate that.
We gotta play along. We are one unified.
Yes. We all share a singular brain cell.
I think there are 3 brain cells at least.
I do have to say that it might be the influence of you 3.
Oh no, are we in negative influence? Oh no.
Well, it's not necessarily negative, right? You guys are smiling right now.
Yeah.
Have a lot of fun.
I feel like, and then in the opposite sense almost, with Sable. Wait, I just skipped over Kaix. I'll talk about you later. With Sable,
What? No. Go ahead.
let's see. I agree that you were hard to get a read of when we first met, but I knew that you were fun and energetic, you know. I was like, oh, this guy, he uplifts my spirits, you know. And it's still true to this day. You definitely do. But you have a level of very seriousness and compassion for like all those around you that I really appreciate. And it's nice to be your friend.
Arigato.
That was a little cheesy, sorry, but and then Kaix. Not much has changed.
What? Surely something's changed. I've at least gotten worse. I'm a dynamic character.
No, yes, that is okay. I knew that you were very funny and kind of like a class clown kind of vibe, right? When I met you, but Also, you are very like, I don't want to use the word this way because I don't know if you're a huge fan of it, right? But you do come off as very, very empathetic and very, very understanding of those around you. And I feel like that's really, what is it? Like, you know when to be funny, but also when to, you know, tone it back or take things seriously. And I like that as well. I like how, I think all of us have a level of comedy and a level of seriousness that meshes very, very well with each other. And I'm very grateful for that.
You don't know what this means to me. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I used to struggle a lot with reading the room. So it's taken a lot of effort to pick up on these things and to learn to communicate healthily with others. So if I can come across that way as a result, I'll feel so cool about that.
Well, you are cool.
Yeah. You think I'm cool? You think I'm cool?
Maybe a little less now, but yeah.
What? No, I'm super cool.
I think I can use this as a segue for me to start my impressions as well, because also my perspective for Kaix has not really changed much. I think he was, out of the three, the first person that I thought, okay, I kind of get this person. You know, I think I can like add them to my Frio decks.
Your Frio decks?
Your Frio decks.
186 centimeters.
Ever since day one, you've always been like very cheerful, very like happy to be here, and very eager to get to know us, spend time with us. And I think we have almost a month here. You're very eager, very cheerful, and very happy to be here with us, and very eager to spend time with us. I do think something that it's not that I didn't realize at first, but it's more like, oh, this is very clear, is that despite perhaps using a lot of things that can be taken the other way, or perhaps not saying that you have difficulty reading the room, you are very emotionally mature and you're very considerate. And I think that's something that I respect a lot.
Thank you. Sorry. You don't know what this is doing for me. I will continue to do my best.
Next would be Sable, which, just like the other two, Sable was the one. I think he's still the one that I understand the least sometimes.
Y'all hate me. That's crazy.
Why? I thought it was on purpose. You'll just say the silliest things, and it's never clear if you mean it.
Y'all
Day
hate
one,
me.
I really didn't know like what you were thinking, what you were planning, what you wanted to do, and that made it a little bit like I wasn't sure how to approach in a way. But I think after the Japan trip, it made it much easier to know that, like, despite still not knowing what goes through your mind, what you're going to say next, sometimes I understand that you're very like serious about our activities. You're very considerate to us. You appreciate being with us. And I think that's something that made me feel, I can trust this person. I'm glad to be with this person.
I will forever have nightmares of the word enigma.
Enigma.
Every time I wake up, I'm gonna be like, enigma. Thank you. Arigato.
I was gonna say that was my first impression. I know everything there is to know about you now.
Yeah.
You are no longer an enigma to me.
You're not. You're just like a wild card instead, or like a cube in Mario Kart.
Oh.
I like that analogy.
Maybe
What you gonna get? You're the blue shell every time. Number one.
Let's go.
And next for Zeal, my impression it didn't change that much, but I think it's just like at first I think you came off a little bit shy or serious. But I think after you warmed up with the rest of us, it's like this guy can also be a clown. I think you gave the impression of like also being like maybe the most perhaps straight to what they wanted to do, without me perhaps taking myself in account based on my impression. But yeah, no, I thought you were very silly and very funny and very gentle also. I think after like we've had times talking together and like discussing each of our vulnerabilities, it's like this guy's just like, I've described it in my solo stream, but I would consider you a gentle giant.
Oh. Oh, shucks.
Am I an ungentle giant?
You're just a giant. No, I'm just
I don't know if your affection can be described as gentle.
My love is heavy. I'm so sorry. Love you guys, by the way.
I can feel it.
I think the other day he cried and begged.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to
I didn't
finish?
cry. I did.
You were begging. He was begging for me to say, I miss you back.
Yeah. Okay. Question for the rest of you. Sable, when I'm not there, do you think of me? Do you miss me when I'm not in the room with you?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You miss me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss you too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do.
Zeal, do you miss me when I'm not around? If I never saw you again, would you miss me?
Oh yeah.
You'd miss me?
Yeah. When you phrase it like that, 100%. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Okay, wait. What if you'll see me again? What if you'll see me again sometime? Will you still miss me?
Well, how long?
1 minute. Just straight. Yes or no? 1 minute. Yeah. You miss me 1 minute away?
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna have to expand like an hour a day. Ah, he loves me. I miss you too.
Oh.
Priya. No, I'm not even gonna ask. I already know how you feel about me. It's okay.
It's not
No,
about
kidding.
you in personal.
No. I'm just kidding. I appreciate it in your own way.
Yeah. For context, because I often do not think I miss people if I know they're okay and if I know I can see them soon. Usually I miss people when I know they're not going to be around for a while, and even if I want to, won't be able to see them. That's the thing. That's why
I'm
it's like
different.
when people say I miss you, it's like we talked yesterday.
I'm different. We'll hang up after 13 hours and I'll need you back. I need you here.
I need my space.
I respect you. I respect your space. I understand. I will say it's a little rare for me because I'm usually also the type that needs my space. It's kind of surprising to me, but I'm very thankful for it.
But either way, let's not get off track because Sable has still not said his impressions.
Wow. So that was such a great collab, everyone. Let's go. Thank you.
That was such a good collab. Thank you so much for stopping by. Wow. I got you, Sable. I got you, Sable. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, do you want me to be real?
Please be real.
What is that?
Hit me with it.
Do we get the PR or the real? The real? Okay.
The PR is what
I mean with it.
PR is that we're all just beautiful souls.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, like, I mean, quite honestly, like, I don't think much of like the first impressions have changed that much, because I think like from the get-go, this is not a non-answer, so I promise I'll elaborate, but like from the get-go, everyone was just like really kind and caring and respectful and considerate at the same time. So it's like there's no real like big surprises or anything, you know. But I can say this in like in an almost like devil's advocate like roundabout way, and I promise I mean this as like a compliment. So like in context, right? I feel like, so for example, Kaix-chan, right? Kaix-chan has every right to be completely insufferable because he is so talented and so hardworking, you know? So, what did you?
You're annoying, but you make up with it for its skill.
No, that's not.
You're killing him. You are killing him. You are killing Kaix with this right now. You can bring this back though.
English. No, English. You have every right to be. You could be, you know, because you're just so talented. You're so amazing.
Does that mean
But
that I
you're
am or
not.
that I could be?
Let me finish!
Okay, point taken.
Jesus!
Oh, I think I know where he's going.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you have like the right to be someone like that, because anyone who is that perfect, right, happens a lot of times to be like insufferable because they're so perfect. You know what I mean? Like they're so good, they're so awesome, you know, they're so cool, right? That it's like, oh, you know, look at me kind of thing, right? That's like a lot of people out there in the world, you know? But like you are so down to earth, even despite being like so amazing like that, you know? Like, and more than anything, right? It's like some people can say like, oh, talented, right? Like I hate that word talent, right? But
Me
like
too.
it's just hard work. Like nobody nobody sees the hard work that you put in that makes the talent, right? And so, in my opinion, yes, you're just the same, if not more, because I see just how hard you work, But you have every right. It's okay, Kaix-chan. It's okay to be insufferable because you have all the skills and you have all the everything.
Don't tell him it's okay to be.
It's okay. You have like the golden pass to do so. So if you want to,
go buck wild, Caix. Go crazy.
Thank you.
So I'm hoping that everyone kind of understands the English there. I'm not saying Kaix-chan is insufferable. Kaix-chan is not insufferable. Okay, I'm saying he should have every right to be if he should choose to because he's so amazing. Okay. Hence.
You're so sweet. Thank you, Sable.
TLDR, you have the skills to warrant you being insufferable, but despite that, you're not. So that's the good thing. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. No, I understood halfway through. I figured it out.
See, when you just let me talk,
I like that. I liked hearing you get frustrated.
No, I'd love to hear it more.
Yeah. That was the first, I think.
Yeah.
So Gin-chan.
Yes.
Gin-chan has every right to be insufferable.
We are all beautiful souls.
No. Hear me out. Because Gin-chan has so much. The skill, the experience, the talent. He is a beast. But also, somehow, right? You would expect someone that is just so talented at like producing, like making, like creating, and just who is so just in tune with music, like literally breathes music, like it just wake up and then like he just breathes music and it's just like a beautiful, like I don't know, like a sonata or something. Like it's like there's so much like talent and like pure like I don't know like experience and skill, and it's just like it's hard to fathom. It is hard to. He is the best. Like he's the best at making music, and that's my opinion. Okay, some people can't agree with that. Sure, fine, I don't care. Still the best. Like fight me. I mean, please don't actually, but but
no, that's what I'm here for.
Whoa. This is crazy praise.
Yeah.
He also has like a super soft spot, and like you would think someone that's like the best like they could be just like a total like 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 whatever they want to be, but actually Gin-chan's like the most down to earth like super softy like kind and caring person that's just like that's out there. He's like so fluffy and stuff, like there's just like yeah. And then he hits you with the ASMR, and then everyone be barking. But I'm sorry, what?
Not today. Doremina here. I will spare.
Is that going to be a recurring thing?
No. I don't know if because when me and Caix were, playing Splatoon, and then you rated me, I was like, I need to be on my best behavior. I need to be the Doremina here.
Thank you for considering what I mean.
I think it's really sweet.
Thank you so much, Sable.
And then Furi-chan also has every right to be insufferable. He could choose if he chooses to. Like, but he is so good. That's because he has the skill, and that skill, why? Is because of the hard work, behind the scenes of like the many sleepless hours and the many trial and errors, that happen along the way, to get as good as, as Furi-chan, right? Like one thing, for example, Japanese is hard. It's crazy hard. Okay. It's hard. I don't even understand it. Like, I don't understand. I speak Japanese. I still don't understand it. English. I speak English. I still don't understand it.
I'm with you on that one.
But
Lying must be a hobby.
Furi-chan puts like the effort, and like there's like I'll be so real. There's a lot of like, hey, like I'm like studying, and then like it's not studying, like sometimes, or like when it's like I'm like really hyped, or like sticking to like the committing to like studying is like really hard, right? But then Furi-chan's like, when he says he's studying, you know what I mean? Like, he's studying. And I don't know, I feel like this is a bit of a rant. I'm sorry, I'm gonna drop this, but like I feel like it's really hard to study. I just tried learning Chinese for the first time, and like I didn't understand anything. I was just staring at it. I was like, what? Oh, this is so hard. It's tough. And then out here, Furi-chan is not afraid to ask the questions. He'll ask the questions, and then like he'll learn too. But then like he'll challenge everything too, like the learning process. Like he'll actually go in there and like actually try to learn, and it's like that is so underappreciated. I don't know, but sorry, yes. And that just extends to the music that he does, the rap that he does. I shudder to think of how many amazing hours of like practice and hard work that goes into everything.
They're not amazing.
They are
okay. And the fact that they're not amazing is amazing, That's because that's what makes you amazing. That's what made the amazing that you are right now.
Humility.
Hard work.
And so, like, in general, like, I already knew, I felt like that everyone was like really kind and really cool to begin with. Like, that was like my initial opinion, right? But then, or my initial, first impression. But then, you just, after everything, after you learn about like how awesome Kei-chan, Kin-chan, and Furi-chan is, you just realize that like, they're just so hard working, and they're putting their life on the line, to be the best they can.
Are we?
So sweet.
Thank you very much.
I feel like that's the other thing that I
Are
agree
you crying, Kaix?
That I agree.
Yes.
Oh!
I was crying during my answer.
Yeah, I could hear you sniffing.
I can't help it. It was so sweet. I almost didn't, because I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like Sable. I felt like you might have been getting sleepy towards the end of our Q&A, so I did not expect all this. It hit me out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. You're so sweet. You're so kind. So happy to have you here.
Just being real, it's just being honest.
I will throw this back and say that, Sable, you are also one of the most hardworking people that I know. Like,
Yes.
you are putting in so much effort and putting in so much work, and it is wonderful to be your like wave mate and to strive to be the best that I can be, with you being the best that you can be.
Something I can say that I respect also is that you understand your strengths, and if you feel that you're lacking somewhere, you don't let that like drop you down. You're always like, I'll work hard, I'll do my best. I know that there's been times that have been difficult for you, but even then you always deliver. So yeah, I think that's like very commendable.
Thank you.
It has inspired me to no end to have you here with me. It makes me want to, I don't know if I've described it in this way, but like seeing others work hard makes me want to try harder myself.
Of course.
So I am not just by you, of course, but I'm endlessly inspired and motivated to do the best I can here. This question was a landmine.
I got too real. Yeah.
I was like,
just pick
this
out
is
really.
There's like,
All right, now
right.
next question. Cat versus dog.
Yeah.
Also, whoa, wait, Polgar Senpai,
Wait.
thank you so much for the redirect. Hello.
What?
Welcome. Hello.
The timing.
No.
Not
No.
the timing.